protect yours. Wood preservatives, stains, clears. Cuprinol, we promise the best.
Channel 9, WCPO-TV, Cincinnati.
This is Channel 9 News with Carol Williams, Clyde Gray, Bob Allen's weather, and Dennis Jansen Sports.
Good evening. Tensions in the Persian Gulf are tonight approaching the boiling point, and no one knows what's going to happen yet.
With Saddam Hussein more defiant than he's been in 2 years, President Bush tonight is considering finishing what he began 2 years ago. John Matarese has more on the renewed threat of war and how it's being received here at home.
Tensions between the U.S. and Baghdad have suddenly reached a 12-month high, with Iraq's refusal to allow this team of UN inspectors inside a building suspected of housing weapons.
We're leaving here now for security reasons.
Threatened with violence, the UN team pulled out, giving a defiant Saddam Hussein a small victory. But it may not last long. As U.S. warships began to head for the Gulf once again, President Bush summoned Joint Chiefs of Staff head Colin Powell to a special meeting to talk about the possibility of a military strike. And Vice President Dan Quayle has issued what sounds like an ultimatum.
You miscalculated before, Saddam. Don't do it again.
With all this talk of a strike against Iraq coming so close to Election Day, some people are naturally wondering if it could be a political move designed to boost President Bush's standings in the polls. But Democratic presidential hopeful Bill Clinton says he's not going to make an issue of it, and in fact says if the president decides to strike, he'll support him.
If it is the consensus of the United Nations that action has to be taken, then I think that you can conclude from that that Bill Clinton and Al Gore would be supporting it, as we did before.
But what about the soldiers who fought in the Gulf War? Army Major Don Cornett of Westchester, stationed in Saudi Arabia during the war, says if Iraq is indeed rebuilding its military, he'd go back one more time.
If that's what it takes to get the job done, I think we need to do it because Hussein has proven himself to be the type of leader that could easily use that type of armament to invade other countries or possibly interfere with our interests. So if that's what it's going to take, I think we ought to look at that.
But Cornett and his wife Myra pray the UN is able to work out a compromise in the coming days because they don't want their family broken up again and because they don't want any more Americans to die. John Matarese, Channel 9 News.
Covington police say they're fed up with contract talks with the city, and they're threatening to take action, like a possible job slowdown. In a news conference this evening, the Fraternal Order of Police said their contract ran out on July 1st, and the city hasn't given an inch in negotiations.
3 main issues: wages, health benefits, and unsafe equipment. The city has stood by its original offer and has given no movement. Its original offer and one that it stands by is a 0% pay raise and that we pay 20% of our health benefits.
Sergeant Browning said the two sides will meet Monday afternoon, but if nothing happens then, the police may take action. The best minds in AIDS research are now planning to meet in a few weeks to discuss the so-called mystery virus. The concern centers around reports that 2 to 3 dozen people worldwide have developed AIDS symptoms but aren't infected with HIV. The Centers for Disease Control first played down the reports but now call them an important priority. In the meantime, Cincinnati AIDS hotlines say they've seen a big increase in phone calls since the mystery virus became known.
Say what you want about Vice President Quayle, but he sure knows how to get America talking. This time, it's the issue of abortion. Last night, Quayle said if, as an adult, his 13-year-old daughter got pregnant and decided to have an abortion, he'd support her decision. He spent the day today explaining.
It was a confident Dan Quayle who campaigned in Lexington, bashing Congress and predicting victory in November.
Don't believe the media. I'm here to tell you George Bush is going to be your president for 4 more years.
But Quayle was dogged by new controversy stemming from his appearance on Larry King Live. Quayle told King he'd stand by an adult daughter if she decided to have an abortion.
A hypothetical situation. I hope that I never do have to deal with it, but obviously I would counsel her and talk to her and support her on whatever decision she made.
And if the decision was abortion, you'd support her as a parent?
I'd support my daughter. I would hope that she wouldn't.
Quayle said there was no contradiction with administration policy or the Republican Party's platform call for a constitutional ban on abortions.
Not at all.
We are pro-life. We are opposed to abortion. We prefer adoption to abortion.
Mrs. Quayle took a much more traditional line on the question of a daughter's abortion.
We hope that we brought our child up very responsibly so that the choice will never have to be made. I think it's a real tragedy in this country that we have as many abortions as we do.
But the Democrats were quick to seize on Quayle's comments.
It's hard to understand how you can object to other women in America having the same choice you would give your own daughter.
You can't make a distinction between your own blood and everybody else's daughter. Therefore, the Vice President, it seems to me, last night came out for choice.
So far, Quayle's comment hasn't cost him any support from the Right to Life camp. The executive director of the National Right to Life Committee says most Right to Life parents would have given the same response.
President Bush will be in Ohio tomorrow for some politicking near Dayton. Mr. Bush will spend about 2 hours in Brookville attending a community picnic at the town's Golden Gate Park. The president's itinerary includes a short speech, some horseshoe pitching, and a tree planting. We'll have full coverage of Mr. Bush's visit here on Channel 9. And you're getting a good look at a major police drug sweep in Winton Terrace today. The FBI, the Cincinnati Police, and the Sheriff's Office today arrested 8 people on various charges. The sweep came after a number of neighborhood complaints and after some dealers made threats on police officers' lives.
Delta Airlines has to be saying ouch tonight. It lost over $180 million in its last quarter. Delta says as a result it will lay off temporary workers and cut health benefits. And here's a wacky idea. The airline plans to do away with lettuce in its passenger dinners. Doing so, the airline says, will save $1 million. Darn, no more of that lettuce.
That yummy, fresh lettuce.
Yeah, absolutely. No more of that.
That's what I really look
What are they
forward
going to take
to
away
on
from
those
us
flights. Maybe there's rolls, those, you know, hard dinner rolls. Coming up next, coming up next, the plea that made history, a surprising turn of events in the hearing for a local murder suspect.
Hear about the mistake that almost cost this baby his life.
And later, talk about your special effects, see why Meryl Streep's new movie gave her kids quite a start.
Mommy, Mommy, come here! You know, they said, your head's on backwards. We came in the living room, and there it is, you know.
Well, I got a cop who wants me out of the way because he wants my wife.
Unlawful Entry is a smoothly crafted thriller. Kurt Russell and Ray Liotta are both great. Riveting, bristles with tension and suspense. You don't need an air-conditioned theater. This movie has enough chills.
You go near her, I'll kill you.
Unlawful Entry, directed by Jonathan Kaplan. Rated R, now playing.
Do the night thing with Elaine Boozler, Star Trek's Patrick Stewart, and Tori Spelling from 90210 on the next Arsenio.
Tonight at 11:30 on Channel 9.
What do you get when you cross performance with a luxury sedan? A Cadillac.
It handles great, it looks great, and it's that simple.
I need dependability, and I get it in my Cadillac.
Now get a $2,000 cash bonus direct from Cadillac on 92 DeVille's, Fleetwoods, or Pros.
After I've ridden in other people's cars, I'm glad I'm a Cadillac owner.
Cadillac, still the one.
See your Tri-State Cadillac Gold Key dealers.
Everyone already knows Lazarus 14-hour sale is the place to save really big this Friday. And it doesn't really matter how you get there. But when you do, you'll save 20 to 50% store-wide. Get terrific one-day specials and get an extra 30% off selected clearance items. The store's open early, so hurry in for the best deals. You'll be glad you did. So don't miss Lazarus 14-hour sale. Friday only.
You'll like what we do at Fraser Williams.
Double and triple manufacturer's discounts on all Chevys and Olds. Chevy Lumina, discount $1,500. Double it, save $3,000. S10 Blazer, $2,000 discount. Double it, save $4,000. And Camaro triple the $500 manufacturer's discount. Double and triple discounts on all Chevrolets and Oldsmobiles through August the 3rd at Fraser Williams Chevrolet Oldsmobile Milford.
At Fraser Williams, you'll like what we do.
John Fortenberry, the man accused of murder in Hamilton County, is making history tonight. He's pleading no contest.
A 3-judge panel will deliver a verdict on Fortenberry tomorrow. He's pleading no contest to the murder of Joseph Darren and 4 other people from New Jersey to Alaska. No one's ever entered a no-contest plea to murder in Hamilton County. Wattenberry could get the death penalty when he's sentenced in September.
Testimony on Capitol Hill today revealed growing problems in the field of genetic testing. Brian and Colleen Hennessy are both over 40, so when Colleen became pregnant, she took a genetic test. Results showed her child would be a severely retarded girl. The doctor recommended abortion, but a second opinion showed no birth defects. And take a look at what they got. They got a healthy, normal baby boy.
He's just a beautiful, beautiful baby boy. To be told I was having a baby girl, and then to have a beautiful baby boy that was perfectly normal, that I was very angry about that.
The problem is that the demand for genetic testing is growing too fast for doctors and laboratories to keep up. Experts are calling for more training and stricter regulations.
Colombian drug chief Pablo Escobar is saying he's willing to surrender if he gets a guarantee he won't be harmed. An intense manhunt through the jungles of Colombia hasn't been able to turn up Escobar. The drug cartel leader escaped yesterday while he was being transferred to a military prison.
A Cincinnati-based group is protesting these grisly trading cards featuring mass murderers and serial killers. Directors of parents of murdered children are asking people to voice their anger against any store that sells the popular true crime trading cards. The group says it's hoping to get the cards off the market.
The weekend's Ohio Super Lotto should be popular, to say the least. The jackpot is up to $24 million. Lottery officials say they expect more than $10 million in sales by Saturday. They also expect a lot of out-of-state sales. Well, something sure to be a draw at the box office is the soon-to-be-released comedy called Death Becomes Her.
Tonight, Craig Kopp talks with the movie stars Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn about this bizarre tale of trying to stay young forever.
To retreat. Drink that potion, and you'll never grow even one day older. Don't drink it, and continue to watch yourself rot.
But Meryl Streep already seemed to be reliving her childhood when we sat down to talk, and she found out I was from Cincinnati.
Cincinnati dancing pig, he's the barnyard Mr. Big. When the evening sun goes down, and there's no one else around, whoa.
Strange, huh? But not half as strange as Streep gets in Death Becomes Her, when a youth potion keeps her up and moving, even when she's dead. How did the family react when they saw the trailer on TV?
Mommy, Mommy, come here! You know, they said, your head's on backwards. We came in the living room, and there it is. You know.
And as twisted as these special effects are, imagine how Goldie Hawn's family felt when they saw her like this.
Just look at me. I'm soaking wet.
But it's not the scenes where something's missing from Goldie, but where something is added that are the real shocker.
Pretty girl jump.
Is that how you would look if you went?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's how I'd look if I was fat. I really do.
But as huge, and I mean huge, a role the special effects play in Death Becomes Her, Goldie Hawn says this is still an actor's movie.
Without the special effects, the movie doesn't exist. And without us, the special effects don't make any difference.
For Channel 9 News, I'm Craig Kopp.
Oh, and...
It looks so strange, but Craig really said he liked this movie.
Okay, well, the special effects work for sure.
They certainly do.
Well, coming up next, Bob Allen's got some special effects of his own. He tries to cut through these clouds to see if there's any sunshine ahead for the weekend.
Later, a heartfelt story about Miami's little miracle baby, and ahead in sports.
Coming up in sports, the Reds are working late because of a rain delay in St. Louis. Realignment in baseball is out for now. A busy day in baseball and the Wild Week in sports headed your way. Stay with us.
You were looking for a man, but when he saw your kids, he ran. Single moms who can't find dates on the next Oprah.
Catch Oprah tomorrow at 4, only on Channel 9.
Let it roll! Down the highway!
Now's the time to roll into your nearest Nissan dealer where we're celebrating with the debut of the 93 Nissan trucks. With an all-new look, plus the most powerful standard engine in its class. If it's a tough, reliable truck you want, then Nissan is the place to be.
Let it roll! Down the highway!
And now, get huge savings on 92 model trucks while supplies last.
If Walmart hadn't brought our product back into the USA, we would have closed doors to 180 employees. And I need to work.
They used to import these shorts, and now we're making them right here in the USA.
And our quality is, we'll put up against
against anybody.
Kind of makes you feel proud to see something that you made.
Well, I guess it's the pride that you feel that you have done your best.
Working together, we're bringing it home, making it in the USA. Buy American, please.
The American goods mean American jobs.
Your Tri-State Quality Ford dealers putting the heat back on the street with the sizzling summer sales event. Now's the best time to get a hot deal on the best-selling cars and trucks in America. Right now, get low financing or $750 cash back on every Ranger in stock. And then drive away America's best-selling compact pickup with AM/FM stereo cassette, cast aluminum wheels, rear anti-lock brakes, and more for just $96.85. Don't wait. Put your own heat on the street during the sizzling summer sales event at your Tri-State Quality Ford dealer today.
Summer in the Olive Garden is always special. It's cool, refreshing new salads. It's warm, friendly people. It's icy cold beverages. And it's hot and new pastas. And this summer, it's our exciting new Summer in Sicily menu. It's a feast of new dishes for lunch and dinner, like tasty chicken Palermo salad, tempting garden spirelli. It's cool, and it's warm. It's hot, and it's cold. It's our Summer in Sicily menu at the Olive Garden.
This portion of the news brought to you by the Olive Garden Italian Restaurant, where all the best of Italy is yours.
Bob's here to check out that all-important weekend forecast for us.
Tre importante. So.
You know, it's really important that I do my best, especially when it comes to the weekend, but when you address it as that all-important weekend,
kind of
the
puts the pressure on.
Oh, my goodness, if I can stand this one. Well, folks, stay with me. Let's give it a shot, okay, as we head toward the weekend. Let's take a look at what we've got right now. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of fog around there tonight, and it'll be there tomorrow morning. And the same situation will develop again tomorrow night. Our temperature, 72 degrees, humidity, 97%, winds out of the south, calm 5 miles an hour, barometric pressure 3007, and it remains steady. Our high and low for the day, 77 and 67, record high 104 in 1934, and 49 in 1947. Overnight tonight, still a 50-50 chance we'll get some scattered showers, and there's always the possibility when the air is this wet, could be some thunderstorms. Overnight low about 68 degrees. Tomorrow, still 50-50 chance, scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms. Could produce some heavy rain amounts in some spots like we did this afternoon. High tomorrow, 83. Then tomorrow night, we should be drier, but fog once again will develop and last into Saturday morning. 68 will be the low tomorrow night. Our storm tracker Doppler radar, we have it at the 160-mile range. And the showers, well, we've got a large area of showers in southeastern Indiana, a couple of spots of showers in northern Kentucky, and the heavier showers, moderate to heavy rain with thunder showers to the southeast, south, and southwest of Indianapolis. It does show a little movement of sagging southward. So overnight tonight, because the air is unstable, expect a shower or two and possibly a widely scattered or at random thunder shower. Here's the way it looks from the satellite picture. Lots of shower and thunderstorm activity in the eastern half of the nation. Somewhat better organized showers and thunderstorms from West Texas and Mexico all the way up into the Dakotas. We got a frontal system responsible for this one that is making some movement. East-west frontal system lying just, well, sometimes to the north of us, sometimes to the south of us, almost stationary, waving back and forth. Most of the precipitation has taken place along the front or south of the front. Depending on where that front is, that depends on how much precipitation we'll get. So for most of the day today, the front was north of us. It did waver a little bit southward, so it triggered some showers and a couple of thunder showers around our area. Flash flood watch continues in effect for southeastern Indiana and portions of the Miami Valley for tonight. This warm front out to the west is going to swing around, start to give us our weather warming for Saturday, but this front will give us our weather for the next 24 hours. Pinpoint forecast, shower or two into the early afternoon hours, possible along with a thunderstorm is always possible. 5-day forecast, temperatures stay in the 80s. The risk of rain or the threat of rain is with us just about every day into the weekend, but late Saturday and early Sunday look a little bit better. That has the all-important from the all-knowing and all-seeing. I keep trying, plugging away.
All right, thanks, Bob. Coming up next, Denny will have the thrills and spills from the wild week in sports.
But first, here's a look at how some local stocks fared today on Wall Street.
probably one of these.
Wow, convertible.
Well, look at you now. Now's the time to buy a Chrysler LeBaron convertible. You get automatic transmission, driver's side airbag, AM/FM stereo, and more, all for just $16,400. So relive that first feeling every day in your Chrysler LeBaron convertible.
Wow.
Get real advantages for the real world. See your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer today.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, we've never forgotten that to make a choice, it always helps if you have a choice. Right now, you can pick up a pair of chairs for one low price at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. In other words, we can offer you a sizable reduction. Final week for great pick-a-pair savings.
Walmart presents a brand new film from Polaroid. For clear, sharp pictures from your 35mm camera, new Polaroid high-definition color print film. You'll find it at Walmart in value packs in 3 popular film speeds, each at a low Walmart price. With 12 exposures free, new Polaroid high-definition film. A choice of speeds, clear, sharp pictures, and a dozen extra shots. Only at Walmart. Always the low price. Always.
Give yourself a lift. Value soars at your Greater Cincinnati Oldsmobile dealers during the 1992 U.S. National Hot Air Balloon Championship. Like the all-new Achiever for just $199 a month, or a new 92 Cutlass Sierra only $13,095. Test drive any new Oldsmobile and get 2 free passes to the Hot Air Balloon Nationals and register to win one of 40 free balloon flights. Give yourself a lift. The sky's the limit during the National Hot Air Balloon Championship, sponsored by your Greater Cincinnati Oldsmobile dealers.
And DJ's talking Cincinnati Reds again tonight.
They're still working.
They are still working. They're working out late. The Reds are working late in St. Louis, to be more specific. An 8:35 scheduled start that was held up by rain as the Reds kick off a 7-game road trip, trying to leave back-to-back shutouts back here. They're playing the Cardinals, who have lost 5 straight, so something's got to give tonight. Real Cormier for them, Jose Rijo for the Reds, Lee Smith now on in relief for St. Louis. The Reds got 3 straight singles and a sac fly in the first. They had the bags loaded, nobody out, and 1 run to show for it. The Cardinals put 2 in the second. That's how we stand now in the 8th. It is 3-2 Cardinals in the bottom of the inning. Not that anything like this is routine, but surgery on Tom Browning's knee went as expected today. Dr. Richard Stedman, who specializes in ski injuries, repaired torn ligaments and did some other minor adjustments to Tom's left knee, which he injured in a home plate collision. He's in a brace and will start rehab ASAP. Target date spring training of '93. The Reds and Cardinals, the only game in the National League tonight. That's right, the Braves are on the beach, so the Reds can pull back into a first-place tie with a win, or they fall a full game out. As it is, they are a half behind the Braves, pending the outcome. A somber note tonight, Baltimore infielder Tim Hewlett's 6-year-old son Sam died today from head injuries after he was struck by a car yesterday. Hewlett's on a leave of absence from the club. Baltimore loses that game tonight 4-2 to Texas. Elsewhere, it was New York 5-4 over Seattle this afternoon. Minnesota and Boston were postponed because of rain. Cleveland and KC, check this out. George Brett thought he had a home run here, but watch as the Indians' Kenny Lofton backs on this ball and hauls it back into the yard to rob him of 4 bases. That game is now gone to the 14th inning. They are scoreless. Chicago leads Milwaukee 5-2 in the 8th, and 2 late ones just getting started out west. Baseball business. The sale of the Astros to former Sam Walton associate Drayton McClain Jr. will be announced tomorrow. And George Steinbrenner's return to the Yankees next year will be formalized tomorrow by the Commissioner's office, which had a busy day today as well, as a Chicago judge put realignment on hold for the moment, a preliminary injunction to keep the Cubs in the East.
We're very pleased with the court's decision. We think it was the right decision. We think it was great for the city, great for the Cubs, great for Cub fans, and what we hope is now we'll just be able to get on and play baseball.
AP is reporting that the Bengals have made a contract offer to first-round pick David Klingler. They're talking $4.5 million over 4 years, the same numbers that Tommy Maddox signed for, though the Houston quarterback was the 3rd player taken overall. Maddox was 25th. In Wilmington today, nothing new on the signing of Darrell Williams, the first-round draft pick from Miami, said to be close to a contract. Nothing signed at this point. Meantime, the team continued workouts today, this featuring mostly the rookies and free agents. But the bottom line at this point is that this camp is much tougher than anyone in past. Coaches scream, players run, and so far it's been tough.
Everybody's always screaming at me anyway, but the problem is that you just have to take it in the right attitude and take it for what it's worth and learn from it.
there's a different attitude out here, an attitude where you chase the football and you touch it all the time, and if you don't, you get hollered and screamed at, like boot camps.
The vets are to report no later than 6 o'clock tomorrow. Official practice begins Saturday morning. A week in the making. It's worth the waking. It's the Wild Week in sports.
I know you don't like to wait this late for the Wild Week, but take a tip from this guy. Calm down, get comfortable, and enjoy. Plenty of action up the middle this week, and no one does it better than Jose Rijo. Frank Viola with a hot shot through the box that he handles, but nothing can compare with Greg Matthews, who takes the situation in hand to halt a hit. And then there's the Texas Rangers version of a pitcher fielding his position. Let's head to the outfield and watch this great catch by Pat Howell of the Mets. This one robs Todd Benzinger and even dazzles his teammates. Chris James likewise went hard to the wall for a great grab. And a fan gets in the act with a sure-handed stab in the stands. To the world of racing, where it's every man for himself, cameramen not included. How's about Davey Allison? He plans to drive again this weekend, but rest assured he'll be in a different car. But the king of this show is the backward bungee jumper, who finds it's not the ascent, but the sudden stop that's most noticeable in the Wild Week in sports.
Oh, get a big hickey about the size of a golf ball on your head. She wasn't hurt.
All right, thanks,
That's good
Danny.
to hear, sadly. Well, by all odds, she should have never survived.
Coming up next, the story of a tiny baby with a very big will to live.
Hello, I'm Jeff Weiler. And this weekend, every Jeff Weiler dealership is having a Midnight Madness sale. We'll be open until midnight, Friday and Saturday, Sunday until 6. Every new car, truck, and van is on sale, along with all of our used cars. Special low-rate financing. Follow your friends. Follow the searchlights to any Jeff Weiler dealership. In Fairfield, for Cadillacs and Oldsmobiles. In Milford, for Buicks and Dodge. In Batavia, for Pontiacs, Oldsmobiles, and Buicks. And, of course, at our Eastgate Auto Mall, for Chevys, Geos, Chryslers, Plymouths, Mazdas, Mitsubishis, and Nissans.
A better way to catch your Z's is on Sealy's Posturepedic Sleep System. Designed to conform to your shape. Distribute your weight evenly, comfortably. Only Sealy Posturepedic has it. So for a better night's sleep, better sleep on a Sealy.
All Sealy mattresses on sale now, including Posturepedic.
When one of the nation's largest carpet retailers wants to reduce inventory, it's time to buy. McSwain Carpet's Inventory Reduction Sale. Up to 60% saving. Thousands of yards of better quality carpet with no extra charge for padding. No extra charge for installation. No finance charge with 6 months to pay. Room size remnants $59 and up. Choose from hundreds of styles and colors. Save up to 60% during McSwain Carpet's Inventory Reduction Sale. For a limited time only at McSwain. 6 Cincinnati showrooms.
The biggest... Another unknown, the potential candidacy of billionaire H. Ross